folks.
We're here.
Let me just say something real quick before you start off. We talk about how when we watch a movie, if it sticks with us, and a lot of times the big challenge is that we'll watch something and it'll stay with you for a while, like it hits really hard, and then you walk away and you're like, okay, it was an okay film. Like I got over the initial shock of it, and I remember that after he watched it, Carlos would not stop talking about this film.
Still won't.
Because he's like...
He's texting us
and then every time we would bring up how we think a film's great this Oscar season, he's like, yeah,
but have you seen Tar?
Yeah, no. He would always say, yeah, it's good, but it doesn't stick with you like Tar. Like, Tar is still with me, and it still hits hard. So, yeah, we're talking about...
Todd Field's Tar. Starring Cate Blanchett.
Fun fact about Todd Fields. Do you want to bring that up?
Yeah, man. This dude, man, the balls. Something, I don't know. I hope it doesn't happen to me or any of us.
What happened?
He basically had a pretty prominent filmography in the 90s and up until the late 90s, early 2000s. He did one of his most famous films, I think it's called Little Children. And I think that was his big, claim to fame, and he got awards and, but then he stopped.
He
just stopped out of nowhere. And I haven't done more research on why this happened. And this was his first film back.
Wow.
Yeah. What a film. Jeez, man. This director's fucking impressive. And I guess it also taught me a lesson, right? Maybe you need to take a step back. Like Key, like Todd, maybe you need to take a step back and be like, fuck am I doing?
Yeah, I think some of my favorite artists, not even just in film, but in music and everything, they have moments where they think you're too much in the sauce and too much in the rhythm, and you're not giving yourself that time to step back and think what am I getting lost in?
Nominations.
So nominations for Tar. Best performance by an actress in a leading role, which you're saying landslide,
dude,
right?
I think, and I only said this after watching Tar. I mean, I loved her already, but I think Cate Blanchett is the best living actress today.
Oh,
I genuinely think
she played a monkey in Pinocchio.
She did play a monkey in Pinocchio and Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Oh.
She played the monkey. She was the voice of the monkey. No dialogue, just monkey sounds. And let me tell you why. Because they were shooting Nightmare Alley. And Pinocchio, he's been working on the ship for 10 years.
Yeah.
And Kate's like, I know you're almost done. I know you're doing Pinocchio. And Del Toro's like, everything's casted. I wish I could toss you in. I was like, I got a monkey. And she was like, I'll fucking do it. She decides. So she's the fucking monkey in Pinocchio. I swear.
So fun.
This is an actual thing.
We recently watched, what is it called? The Life Aquatic.
Oh, yeah.
And
I hadn't seen it. And when I saw it, I was like, holy shit, she's good.
She's
dude,
so different.
I felt this way after watching Where'd You Go, Bernadette? A Richard Linklater picture. I think 2017. Dude, she's a chameleon. When you want an actor to be a chameleon, Cate Blanchett is unrecognizable in everything. Even Don't Look Up. You don't even know that's Cate Blanchett until you know it's Cate Blanchett. Same with the other actress.
Who is she in Don't Look Up?
One of the reporters. The one that he sleeps with.
Oh, shit!
It's Cate Blanchett.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
She'll pop out in
and
every
then the other
film
one was
love.
Charlize Theron, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it? I think it was Charlize Theron. But anyways, Cate Blanchett, dude, she's a fucking chameleon.
Yeah.
And we talked about, go back to our Aviator episode. She won an Oscar for The Aviator for playing Katharine Hepburn.
Yeah.
A legend of the screen. Yeah, we did The Aviator, right? During the pandemic?
No. We watched
it
together.
We did.
We've watched it. But we haven't
I'm sorry. I thought we had an Aviator episode.
Yeah. Coming soon.
It's The Aviator.
Next pick.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so let's finish nominations because we're running out of time.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Best performance by an actress in a leading role, best motion picture of the year, best achievement in directing, best original screenplay, best achievement in cinematography, which is amazing in this film, and best achievement in film editing. It's a short list, but it's a strong list, and it doesn't disappoint on every front.
Definitely, she's gonna take the best actress for the leading role for sure.
Oh man, it's
Michelle was good, but
we're running out of time. 20-second synopsis.
Tar is about a.
Oh yeah. I mean, this is beautiful.
Tar is about a renowned composer and
Cracks under the pressure.
Composer and conductor.
Just
No, it's because it's
history.
both, and they make it very clear in this that both are individual and both are important. A conductor and composer, renowned, very very highly regarded, who is a student of Leonard Bernstein. If you know Leonard Bernstein, we just talked about West Side. To go look at Leonard Bernstein's music. She's a student of his, and becomes this amazing composer and conductor. The film literally opens on a Q&A of just like how amazing
The New Yorker, right?
The New Yorker.
That was a long shot though. That whole long monologue, dude.
That was great.
The classroom is more impressive.
Yeah, we'll get there. But anyways,
Quick.
we start unraveling the layers of who she is as a person, and just when you start falling in love, and she validates herself, she can back up her shit.
Yeah.
She knows her shit.
I love that.
But when we start getting into her personal life, we start unraveling the fact that she's not the best person in the world, and
she'll do whatever it takes.
she drove an individual to commit suicide, and that really is where the shit hits the fan. And we start really knowing who she is. So it's terrific picture. My gosh, ratings.
Damn. I'm gonna say 9.9.
Wow.
Super high.
I'm right there too. 9.9.
9.9. Gastro.
9.9 for me.
9.3.
Okay.
9.3.
Austin.
Yeah, 9.9.
Wow. High.
5?
It's a 5?
It's
seen
a
it.
solid
Haven't seen it.
5. Dude, this guy is stone cold when it comes to his ratings.
I think this film's a shoo-in for Best Actress. I think it maybe be the second contender for me for directing.
Best Picture.
I don't think it's going to win Best Picture,
Well, would it be
man.
second?
I think it would be second for Best Picture. I think Everything Everywhere's going to win, but if Tar won, I'd be completely happy. Now, editing. I don't know. Cinematography, hands fucking
You don't know.
down.
This is
What?
editing.
Hands fucking
Nah,
down.
dude.
What
What?
cinematography is better than this?
No,
I'll
wait,
probably
wait,
give
wait
it to
about
the Fablemans or.
This is-
It didn't get
Editing.
nominated, did it? Oh, yeah, it
Right on the
did.
Western Front, Vaudeville, Elvis, Empire of Light, and Tar. were
I didn't see
nominated.
Empire of Light. Vaudeville
Elvis.
should. Oh, shit,
Elvis
man.
has a
Vaudeville's
chance.
DP work is fucking amazing.
By the way, he said it's going to take editing.
You think he's going to take editing?
Tar is.
What?
Do you agree?
I think, no, I'm saying Tar is going to take editing.
No.
Do you agree?
With
He's
what?
saying.
I'm the one
He's
Oh,
saying.
like you think it should?
No, it's going to take
He's
it.
saying.
Okay.
I don't. I think.
Editing is Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and Top Gun.
Everything's up there, dude. I
It's
think
not going
it's
to take
between Everything
editing.
or Tar.
It's not going to take
Cinematography?
editing.
Everything. No, editing.
I could go on this for about 20 minutes, but it's not. Everything's not going to take editing.
What do you mean?
Don't
So-
worry about it.
I
We don't have time.
Look,
We don't have time.
Oh, that's tough,
We
man.
gotta talk
Okay,
about
I
this.
can
I
give
don't
a
know
quick.
how-
Look, listen.
How is
This
this
is
for
a very
editing?
interesting thing. This is a very
How is this
interesting
for
thing.
editing?
This Everything Everywhere All at Once and Tar, in most people's opinion, in this room at least, are the top two contenders for Best Picture, Best Directing, Best Editing, and Best Cinematography.
Look,
Yeah.
if I can have for 2 minutes for editing, right?
All right, I'll give you.
The reason I'm not taking everything ever all at once, and the one big thing I like to always think about is the year that Dunkirk won. Baby Driver should have won that year.
Ooh, yeah.
And that helped me understand a lot better of what editing really is as a craft. Editing is not necessarily the cuts that you make, nor the matches that you make.
Okay.
It's about the retelling of the story that you take care in the editing room.
Right.
Everything everywhere all at once is great. The quick cuts, montages, and everything. But I feel like Tar is told a whole lot better in the editing floor than Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I see what you're saying, and that's beautiful. I didn't see it like that. But I think what makes Everything Everywhere at Once so great is it's for today.
For
That
editing?
fast.
That's
picture, though.
That's the thing. Does it go down to picture? Does it go
No,
down
to editing
photography?
because of people's attention span. I think it
Oh,
was
I see.
the
But
pace
that's
was
the
so
point, though.
fast.
Editing,
That's terrible.
that's
What
not
you
It
talking
is
about?
terrible, but he's not wrong.
No, I
What
know.
you doing? This is for people that are just
Well,
saying
okay,
games.
you're not-
I bet you for Tar,
Okay.
it's gonna be
on
like
a
it's a slow
technical
burner.
front. On a technical front, yeah, but for what editing truly is,
That's
Everything
beautiful.
Everywhere All at Once is okay when it comes down to editing.
But I guess to me, it's just too much of a slow burner.
Okay.
Look, like the reason I believe that All Quiet on the
Editing
Western
wise.
Front should
Yeah.
have it over Banshees in there was one little comment that Delao said towards the end of the film was when we were getting all the cuts like near the end. Delao said something that stuck with me is like, these cuts are making me uncomfortable. And I was like,
Tar?
good. It should on All Quiet.
Okay.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
I will say this.
That's why I'm saying
That's- yeah,
Tar
that's
should
good.
win, and it's going to.
It's because you know what happens with everything. I agree with Austin. I agree, but I think everything everywhere. The thing about it is, the cinematography and the editing were very well thought out of this film. Like the Daniels are editors in their nature. They like that's what they did. They're special effects guys coming up out of college and stuff. So like they're editing. I think the thing about I'm just mentioning this. Like I think the Daniels, the cinematography and everything were beautifully married with editing. So I think the cinematography should have more weight because you were thinking about that on set. You were thinking about the cuts on set. Whereas Tar was refigured back in the editing room.
Exactly.
I think
And
it's
look,
two different.
if it was me 5, 6, 7 years ago, I would have agreed everything everywhere. But I remember when Dunkirk won over Baby Driver, it helped me understand what editing truly is.
That's good, man. That's actually really good.
And that's
Give
why
me
I
a
think
different
Tar should win.
perspective.
To your point, though, I hope you're right. I don't think the Academy's going to vote for this for editing.
Yeah, cause okay.
I hope you're right. I hope it wins for editing.
It's voted
People
on
don't
by editors.
give a shit anymore, and that's what we're advocating for here, right?
Yeah.
Like, people should give a
But
shit.
it's voted on by editors.
Not just editors.
Oh shit.
The whole
Not just
Academy?
it's the whole Academy. The whole Academy votes for everything. Directors don't vote for directing exclusively. Actors for actors exclusively. The Academy votes for everything. It's not just editors. So
Well,
people don't care. That's my point. If it were just editors, did it won the ASC? Who won the ASC for editing?
You good?
Yeah, they're working on it. But
Yeah,
while we do
Miguel's-
that,
Miguel's fast.
yeah, who won the ASC award for editing? And let's ask already. Who won for cinematography?
for cinematography, I don't know.
Who won ASC? This is important in this topic of conversation. I don't know that the Globes have an editing award. Do they?
No.
But
Yeah,
and cinematography, if you
in
can.
the ASC awards.
Cinematography went to Dune.
For this year.
The Dune was in
Yeah, yeah.
this year, was it?
No.
No, that was two. No, that was
That was last
way.
year.
ASC
I
2022.
was getting Dune everywhere.
No, Dune was for 2021.
Yeah, 22 years ago. Yeah.
Because the ASC do have an editing, right? They have to have an edit. That's the editing's union. I mean, it's cinematography primarily, but yeah, right. The ASC has an editing award.
So maybe,
maybe
I've
not.
only
Maybe
seen
I'm
the cinematography one.
Well, that's not the only thing they vote for, though, right?
Well, like when I was looking on the cinematography awards and all that, that's
It's Justin, so maybe they don't have an editing.
yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Damn it, Miguel, you're back in a
Okay,
one-day
but
contract.
I
Regardless,
yeah,
regardless.
we're running
Yeah.
out of time. We got to talk about Tar. I'll just say,
Sorry, you guys didn't give me time earlier to train everything everywhere, so I had to just.
No, it's
No,
good.
it's fine.
It's good.
But as far as Tar goes, cinematography was super solid. This whole fly on the wall perspective, but also you just kind of being on the shoulder of everything.
Dude,
and then,
it's
super
when we talk about cinema verite,
yeah,
when we talk about proper cinema verite. This stuff.
and because we don't have enough time, we'll talk about one shot in particular.
Which
the
one?
classroom shot,
the classroom
the
shot.
classroom scene.
Because
Man.
it's this
Blew my fucking
oneer that you really don't feel like it's a oneer.
It's not.
It's such a
Yeah,
big
it doesn't feel
composed
like it.
oneer. It's a oneer composed of 5 oneers in one because we have pauses within the oneer. I don't know that
Whoa.
I've seen that before.
What do you mean?
Because usually when we think of oneers, we
It's
think of
beats.
fluidity. We think of fluidity
Yeah.
of camera.
Yeah.
In
There-
this case, there's fluidity of camera, but we're going to the beats of the script, right? So we're switching camera positions for power struggles, for uncomfortability of the student sitting in the bleacher in the audience, whatever.
Yeah.
The uncomfortability of the student that's being vilified or whatever.
Right.
And then her position as this renowned composer.
Yeah.
So, but as it all says, it beats. It's a oneer. There's no interruption. There's no edits in this entire scene. But every shot is composed beautifully. When we pause on one shot, we have an intentional
Okay, yeah,
shot.
that's
I'll
what I was
say
thinking.
this,
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Whenever you look at oneers, normally there is beats, but they don't last as long as this,
Mhm.
and they're not given as much respect as like the coverage.
Yes,
and I'll say that
absolutely.
again. We talk about pushing the medium forward as far as like that structure of beats in Steadicam. That's kind of like what Steadicam was built for, but that's like a super high achievement in being able to compose these quick shots, and it feels on the fly, but it was so well thought out and calculated. especially like when you start thinking about how that shot of her looking at the different the different players on the stage, and compared to like the last scenes, those compositions were super similar. And
this shot blew my mind.
Yeah,
man. Like I remember walking out, like as I was watching, I was like, "Somebody else looking at this? Like this is fucking amazing."
That's why I didn't flinch when I first saw it, because you forget it's a oneer because of all these different angles and shots and all that. That
so
when you pulled me back out of it to be like, dude, it's all one take. It's still going on. You're getting these different compositions.
And by the way, that's
different
everything.
Scenes, different power.
The composition, the camera movement, the intentionality in directing, the performances. To be held together.
Yeah, I mean her accent and everything.
Not just her, but the guy. The pansexual. You said he was pansexual.
I don't know.
The pansexual student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I want to talk about when you go get the massage.
Oh, that's massive.
Oh.
Yeah.
That really.
Massive.
That's when I asked you, and that turned the whole thing like
massive. Yeah, man. The intentionality behind that scene too. Like she's in
just this character's
the
obsession.
Philippines?
I want to say it's the Philippines.
Yeah.
Was it the Philippines? I think
I
it might have been. The only reason I think it's that is because they talked about Marlon Brando shooting a film there.
Yeah.
And he shot in the
sure.
Philippines. So I think it was the Philippines. But she goes to get a massage, stressed out. She's getting ready for her next kind of performance. And when she gets there, we get the kind of rush hour to pick up
but tell them the bigger the.
But first of all, like it's a massage. You get to pick your massage.
Masseuse.
You're right, masseuse. And they're all numbered.
They're all numbered.
They all have numbers there.
They're kneeling.
And she's
down.
an American. She's an American who hasn't experienced this. She's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I have
go
to
to the fishbowl.
Great scene.
go to the fishbowl and pick. What do you
Right.
mean? I don't understand. Yeah, you have to pick. You pick your masseuse. And they're so like itemized, like objectified, almost like
She's feeling with
they don't matter. Yeah, and Dalal pointed something out in the shot structure that is important too. They're lined up like an orchestra.
Yeah.
And
Their
the fishbowl.
rows and everything.
Same
And
with the
that-
teddy bear and
Dude,
everything.
and
Yeah.
it's beautiful because you don't realize that they're repeating that same composition
Exactly.
until you need to remember it. Like you're seeing that composition
That's
of
insane to
her leading everybody, but very
Yes.
much like point at you like, no, I need you to a little more beat and all that kind of stuff. Oh, can you do this and all that? But just it's beautiful. There's so much to learn. As far as cinematography.
I have
composition.
a quote to end the TAR portion on. Do you guys want the long version or the short version?
I guess give us a long. It'll be the last 2 minutes.
Okay. For so long now, so many of us see films pretty much let us know where they're going. I mean, they take us by the hand, and even if it's disturbing at times, sort of comfort us along the way so that we know it'll be okay by the end. Now, this is insidious, as one can get lulled into this and ultimately get used to it, leading those of us who've experienced cinema in the past is much more than that to become despairing of the future of the art form, especially for younger generations. But that's on dark days. The clouds lifted when I experienced Todd Films' Tar. What you've done, Todd, is that the very fabric of the movie you created doesn't allow this. All the aspects of cinema and the film that you used attest to this. The shift in locations, for example. The shift in locations alone do what cinema does best, which is to reduce space and time to what they are, which is nothing. The key thing to focus on here is the clouds lifted when I experienced Todd's film. This is a quote by Martin Scorsese.
Oh, no way.
Huh?
I was going to say Ronald Reagan.
Right, yeah, Ronald Reagan. No, this is Scorsese saying, basically in short, in a nutshell, saying, I was worried about cinema's future. Now I'm not because of this film. And it's true, man. Like we're so, again, I've told you guys this, like either films are so predictable or they hold us by the hand because...
Yeah, and this one, I mean, I could not see the ending coming.
Me neither.
And the thing is...
We're nervous for her.
I might have mentioned it to you or somebody, but there's some films that when you watch them, once you kind of have all the puzzle pieces, like Knives Out. Once you know the ending, then you kind of know the ending. Then you can't maybe have that same joy. But with something like this, the way it's unraveled and the way it hits, I definitely could see.
And it really is like peeling back a layer at a time. And if I'm using this facetiously, it's an onion, right? Like Shrek. Peeling back a layer at a time. And if the smell of the onion makes you cry, tough shit. You're peeling an onion. Like It's it's insane. So
wonderful picture. Please go see it.
We'll talk about
We're
it
not gonna
later.
waste
Really-
more time on it.
Really quick. The reason we couldn't find that information on the other end is because it was tonight.
it was
It was tonight. But what took...
tonight's the ASC Awards.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So what
sorry.
took the Ace Award for comedic was Everything Everywhere All at Once. What took it for drama was our next film, Top Gun Maverick,
For Globes.
Drama?
for the AC.
Oh, for ASC. They have comedy versus drama. That's interesting.